Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolfe Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Unfortunately, chicken nuggets are a staple meal for a lot of kids here in America. But why are these breaded and deep-fried foreign meat slurry concoctions so popular with kids? Well, they're not just popular with kids. I have to admit, I'm guilty of being a fan of chicken nuggets from time to time. Because most of the time, they're tasty, depending on where you get them, and I guess anything you can eat with your fingers is easy and fun to eat. But maybe that's just the kid in me. Do all adults get a craving for chicken nuggets from time to time? But the downfall to something being a foreign meat slurry concoction is there's an opportunity for the manufacturer to put all kinds of fillers and other stuff into the concoction of meat pudding before it's formed and cooked. Take probably the most popular nuggets of all, for instance, McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. The first ingredient is white boneless chicken, which is good, but there's a key word missing here that I find interesting. Now I know I'm not the only adult here that likes a good breast from time to time, and it's probably not a really big deal, but it makes me think McDonald's is cutting corners. The reason I say this is, wing meat is also white meat. Like I said, there's no big deal about using just white meat, and McDonald's is not misleading in saying it's breast meat. I just found it interesting that breast meat with rib meat is typically specified in the ingredients, versus simply white meat chicken, which could be a combination of breast meat and wing meat, or no breast meat at all. But all in all, there's a total of 14 ingredients in the McNuggets. Compare the McNuggets to another popular nugget brand, Perdue Chicken Nuggets, which have a total of 23 ingredients. But the first ingredient is chicken breast with rib meat. When McDonald's leaves that out, it kind of makes me think of the trickiness in the marketing industry that most of us never realize or see. Like I said, McDonald's did nothing wrong, but I think most of us usually assume that chicken breast is used in most stuff like this. So now we know what's in a popular fast food nugget and a popular nugget you would eat at home. Let's see if there's a better alternative to feed our kids that we as parents approve of and our kids as kids approve of. These Kid Fresh Super Duper Chicken Nuggets are white meat chicken patties and pureed vegetables in a whole grain breading. Right off the bat, these also don't specify chicken breast like the McDonald's McNuggets, which really surprises me with something that's marketed as being a healthier option for our kids. But I guess the pureed vegetables is what makes them healthier. There's no artificial flavors or ingredients, no synthetic colors, and no preservatives. There's no antibiotics used, there's 10 grams of whole grain per serving, and the chickens are fed a 100% vegetarian diet. Now wait a second, I'm asking this as a serious question. I really don't know, and I depend on you, the people, to enlighten me as to why a 100% vegetarian diet would be important for a chicken. It's not like vegetarians are going to eat the chickens. I have chickens at home, and I've never thought about cooking them a steak. So why would a vegetarian diet even need to be mentioned? You, the people, need to let me know. This 6.7 ounce box of Super Duper Nuggets costs $3.32, which seems a little bit pricey to me. Kid Fresh is mealtime goodness with chicken that's fed a 100% vegetarian diet for all the chicken eating vegetarians out there, whole grain breading, pureed cauliflower, and pureed onions. How could a kid turn down that combination of pureed goodness? As a self-proclaimed adult, the combination sounds good to me, but most kids I know, if they heard pureed cauliflower and onion, they'd run. Kid Fresh is simply nutritious, no artificial flavors or ingredients, no synthetic colors or preservatives, 12 grams of protein per serving, 10 grams of whole grains per serving, and 40% less sodium and 70% less fat than the leading brand of breaded chicken nuggets. I wish I knew what the leading brand of chicken nuggets was. That would be fun to do a side-by-side comparison. Now on the front of the box, it just said white meat chicken, but in the ingredients, it specifies breast. So that's a good thing. And the rest of the ingredients are pretty simple. A serving size is 5 Kid Fresh nuggets. Per serving, there's 130 calories, 4 grams of total fat, 0.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 30 milligrams of cholesterol, 250 milligrams of sodium, 13 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, no sugars, and 12 grams of protein. Now compare the Kids Fresh nutritional facts to the Perdue Chicken Nuggets and the McDonald's Mcnuggets, and the Kid Fresh Super Duper Nuggets have fewer calories, fat, and sodium. Now these numbers don't mean much if they don't taste good, because kids won't eat them if they don't taste good, and neither will I. So let's get them out of the box and heat it up. You can heat these in the microwave or the oven. Now kids might not care if they're soggy, but I do, so we heated these up in the toaster oven. So spread them out on a foil-lined baking sheet, and they really look no different than typical nuggets. Into the toaster oven they go for 12 to 14 minutes at 425 degrees, or until they reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees. 14 minutes later, they were done. After they were nicely plated up on our best china, it was time for a taste test. One thing I noticed is these were dry on the outside. Usually when you have breaded frozen food, you get some grease on the baking sheet and your fingers. But not with these, they were bone dry, which may or may not be a bad thing. So into the old pie hole it went. And they were no different in my mouth than they were in my hand. Very, very mouth-parching dry, with a pretty gritty texture and almost no flavor or seasoning at all. In other words, they tasted healthy, not good at all. And you can see it's just a ground mixture. These are definitely in need of ketchup or ranch, or even Grey Poupon with those kids with a more sophisticated palate. Now I want to see what one of these naked nuggets looked and tasted like, so we peeled off the breading. Look at how pretty and perfectly shaped our nugget is. As you can see, there's absolutely no sign of moisture seeping out. With the breading and without the breading, these were dry, spongy, gritty, and flavorless. Simply not appetizing at all. So before I give you my final review, let me tell you what happened. We ate 2 of these for the purpose of the video and decided to save the rest for my grandson. I figured, what the heck, they're a little bit healthier. So we got his dinner ready and popped these into the microwave for 15 seconds to knock the chill off. From the look on his face, he loved them. No ketchup was necessary. But what does he know? He's only 17 months old, and his taste buds aren't nearly as developed as Pop-Pop's. So with him liking them, I had to try another one. Then I tried another one, and another one, until we fought for who got the last nugget. Well, I was nice enough to let him win so he could enjoy it. I found it really funny that initially they were dry and bland, but somehow over the course of a couple hours in the fridge, they morphed into something completely edible. At this point, I didn't know if I really liked them or not. Initially, they were going to get a 4 out of 10. But after sharing some with the boss man, I'll bump that score up to 5 out of 10. If you'd like to help support the Wolfe Pit, consider being a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month. That's only $12 for the whole year. Or you can pledge more. That's up to you. Either way, every little bit's appreciated and helps me produce more high-quality videos more often for you, the people. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.